Okay, welcome back. Let's get into the stock market technical analysis. Real quick, guys, I will be traveling tomorrow and likely out the rest of the week. Probably not going to be able to get a video out. I will try to make some community posts. So if you hit that bell icon, you should be able to get those community posts. And yeah, let's get into the charts. Try to get this out before the market closes. Triple Qs, tech sector, all right? So again, we're looking for a rally, and as I zoom in on this daily chart, you know, we've got the bullish divergence that's been building for a while. I've been looking for more upside. Looks like we're filling this gap right here. So yeah, you get a little reaction right here at this 290, 299, it looks like. The key that I'm really looking for is, can we close above the recent kind of recent resistance area, which is about 296.50, 297. All right, we'll call it 297 for benefit of the doubt. That is really the area that I am looking for us to close above. We get that daily close above there, and it's likely going to set us up for a quick move up to 305-ish, 304.50. Basically, this range right here should act as some resistance. Okay, so that's where I think we're going. Again, just continuing to look for rallies. So that's the name of the game, is buy the dip. And let me go to the hourly chart just to show you guys what's going on. Okay, yesterday, midday, there was this Apple news that came out basically talking about hiring plans. It's all just BS, basically. I mean, it's the headlines and the news that gets floated out. Who knows who or why floats that out, but it does line up with the technicals. You can see we basically were at resistance right here, and then the news came out. So it was a key, you know, that news was designed, as far as I can tell, to knock the market down. Now, it did sell down to this nearest support, 288.26. It kind of had that level marked out. Today, gap up and just all buying. Okay, so recognize the price action. This, you know, we got rejected yesterday, but today they gap it up and they've just been buying all day long, rallying the market higher. So the market is bullish, all right? That's it. We've got bullish divergence on the daily chart. We've got bullish, bullish momentum. We've got bullish price action. So looking for more upside, and at the end of the day, you know, there's all these levels I keep pointing out. My target, though, my final target is going to be up here about 329.50. Okay, and that's the downtrend line. That's the downtrend of triple Qs. I think we're going to rally up to that. We might even pop it and hit the 200-day, but in general, I'm looking for that. All right. Let's look at some individual trade ideas. PayPal. So I've gone through these this week. Talked about the setups in these for quite a while. PayPal had a breakout and a buy signal 2 days ago. So there's your buy signal right there. I pointed it out, this week basically, and last week, or yesterday on Monday. And more buying today, more follow through. So in general, looks like the breakout's good to go. But, you know, it's buy the dip on this chart. As far as I can tell, you get pullbacks to support. That's areas to buy at, but we should continue to rally. So we've got this gap right here from back on June 9th. I think and then we also we've got some resistance it's right about, it's somewhere right in here, and it's basically right where we're at right now. So we need to pop a little bit more. And you'd get that, you're probably going to run up to fill this gap, 84.32 from where we're at right now. It's a move of another 8-9%. And I like this. I like this trend line here, right up here at 93.42. I think that's some decent. That's a decent level. So I have more upside there in PayPal. I like it. ZG or Z. You can do Z as well, but ZG. Okay, this one continues to rally up 5-6%. Yesterday, they popped the trend line, and it looked like a breakout, but by the end of the day, after that Apple news came out, they sold it down back below the trend. So from my perspective, you know, that was not a breakout, and so I exited that position pretty much at break even. Didn't really lose any money, but as it started to sell down and the market was selling down, I just got out of it. Today, gapping up and clearly breaking out. We need to close, so we got an hour to go. Need to close above this trend line right there. And if we do, you can see this was kind of your former high here. Resistance all through here. Resistance, resistance. More resistance there, and we pop it. So that would be a buy signal if we can get the close above the trend line. Didn't get it yesterday. We'll see how today pans out. Netflix. Okay, Netflix has earnings after the bell, I believe. So the chart tells me it's bullish. We have bullish divergence on the daily chart. I've been talking about that for quite a while. See it right there, bullish momentum. However, we're not overbought. We have bullish divergence. We did have this downtrend line right here to watch. So resistance, 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 resistance. There's 4 taps of that. Breakout, buy signal, all right? The one thing that gives you a little pause is the fact that it's right before earnings. We're breaking out right before earnings. So that could be people front running, maybe good earnings, or it could be a false breakout. The way I'm going to play this, I am long Netflix. I don't have a huge position, okay? I taper down my position size just a little bit. Now, this thing is likely going to explode. If there's good news or the market perceives it as good news, we're probably going to open up right up here at 245, and it's just going to gap up 25, 30%. So there's a potential for a big move on earnings, but at the same time, if earnings are negative, then I suspect what they'll do is they'll gap it down, and we'll probably open up right in this area, which would be a back test of this trend line. So that would be a buy zone. Anything opening up down here, that's no good unless they can instantly recover the trend line. All right, so that's kind of what I'm looking at. The way I'm treating it is I'm looking to add to this. If it sells off on earnings and it can sell, if it goes like this right down to the trend line, I'll probably add for a move up like that. If it just gaps up huge on good news way up here, I'm not going to be adding. I'll probably be taking profit on this gap entry. But you never know. We could gap. We could just run up and fill the gap tomorrow. I mean, that would be a huge move. Let me see how big of a move that would be. Yeah, that's not going to happen in one day, most likely. But we could easily see this thing gap right up here to about 246.50. Okay, that's how I'm playing Netflix. Disney, I think I pointed this out yesterday as a buy signal. And sure enough, it looks like the real deal. So bullish falling wedge right here. All right. Bullish divergence right there. All right. Breakout. We got the breakout yesterday. It did close above the trend line, and today, boom, confirming. We're right at resistance now, so you're probably going to get a reaction. But I don't know. If the market wants to continue to rip higher, we could just blow right through this. There's a gap right here to fill as well. So maybe you get a small reaction right there at that gap fill at 103.28 or so. At the end of the day, I like this level up here. I think we're heading right up here, 113. That would be the projected target right now for this wedge. So I like that, and maybe a final target, this downtrend line right there. Okay, maybe 125 or so. So looks good for more bullishness. Ford, pointed this one out, basically yesterday. Buy signal came on Friday, all right, and just nothing but straight up. It has run up and filled a gap right here at 12.72, so you probably get a little pullback here. And I noticed basically this morning, it just ran right up to that gap, and it's been consolidating the rest of the day. So definitely getting a reaction here, maybe a little pullback. But should be good for more upside. What I would do, you're probably going to pull back to this trend line right here. So let me just mark it out so you guys can know in case you're interested in this one. Something like that on the hourly. You probably get a pullback or just drift sideways, but hit the trend line, and that's probably your next buy signal. Okay. And that would be, I think we're still heading up to the 200-day up here at about 16.55. Here's another one, Digital Turbine, downtrend line on the daily chart. Bullish divergence there on both momentum indicators. And buy signal. Yesterday wasn't that good. Today, that looks like the buy signal. Okay, yesterday we closed right on the trend line pretty much, so it was kind of anybody's game. Today, clear buy signal. Unless they can fade this into the close, it's a breakout. Should send us right up to gap fill, this little gap right here, 25.11. and then potential resistance. It's not the cleanest line up above. You know, for now, I'm just going to put out this level right here, about 25 bucks at that gap fill. That's still quite a ways up there, though. That's still a move of about 30%. So I think it'll happen pretty quickly if you do get it. So I like it. And that's all I have for today, guys. Just lots of long setups, lots of bullish setups. Tech, growth stocks is really where I'm focused at. Gold's not doing a whole lot. It's kind of hanging in there, but just not doing a lot. GDX still looks okay for a island cluster bottom. We'll see if that gets taken out or not. And we'll just continue to watch these tech stocks. So far, so good. Okay, guys, drop me a thumbs up. Check out my stock market technical analysis course. Now is a good time. You know, I'm going to be gone for the rest of the week. So take the course, learn something, come back, and these videos I think will make a lot more sense to you, especially if you're new. Okay, link in the description below. Catch you guys on the next one.